I wanted to start with this, showing my donations from prior. Yes, I did not take these yesterday because it was pouring down rain. So they're still here today, but, and I guess I could have taken them today, but instead I wanted to use the time to just keep going. And then if anything, I'll take all of these at once when I'm done. So it's just one of those things that happens. Sometimes it rains. If it rains, you just can't get it all done. That's just how it boils down to, you know? And so you just pick up and keep going. So I still have some room here that I can be setting some things if I need to. But today it is to tackle all of this. And I have washed laundry since then, so I actually have more clothes hanging than what were hanging to make sure that I go through everything. I do have 2 more loads of laundry, or 1 load of laundry that's in the dryer and then 1 load that's ready to be hung up, and I'm just going to hang both of them up at the same time. So, but that's fine because I don't plan on doing the clothes until last, and those things will be done by then. So what I'm going to start with today is the floor. Because again, the thing that annoys me the most is not being able to walk in here. So if that's what annoys me the most, that's where I need to concentrate first. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to start with the floor, starting at the front, and work my way back. Okay, starting with the floor, the very first thing I come to is my box of memories. Okay, this part's hard for me. So because of the fact it's going to cause me a lot of time to go through, I don't want to do this today. So I'm going to set this stuff aside for now, and this will be the last thing I go through in the closet. The reason why is because memories is just a really hard thing for me to get rid of, like probably the hardest out of everything. And so, because obviously I'm a scrapbooker, so the last thing I want to do is get rid of something. But there's other things I can do with some of this stuff, I know. I can scan some of it so that way it's saved electronically instead of taking up the space and things like that. It's just I have to have the time to do it. So it's kind of like an action item in a way. So because of that, I'm going to set this aside. And even the KonMari method has you do this last. So I don't think this is the appropriate time to be doing this right now. So I'm going to pull it to the side and come back to it after the closet's done. Just wanted to let you all know why. And it's this box that's on top, and that box there is it. And then actually there's a box back there that's of the some of the kids stuff too. So those things I'm going to pull out of here. I'll come back to them later. I just cannot do this today. It's just, my brain is not going to wrap myself around this. So I'm going to skip that part and come back to it later. Okay, as I'm going through this bottom of the closet, I'm reminded as why I haven't done this yet. This is getting really hard. I came across, you know, the craft box of the craft supplies for the boys, how big that thing was. I just came across a tub, the exact same tub actually, the same size and everything, same color, all of it. And it is full of flowers. Not real flowers, but fake flowers for scrapbooking. Why does it frustrate me so much? It's like I don't want to go through it, but at the same time, I've got to go through it. And just, I think what I'm going to do is anything that is in a package still, that I'll put on eBay. Anything that's not in a package, just going to get rid of. Donate it. And the reason why I have to go through it and not just give the whole tub, because heck, I haven't missed anything in this tub in years, because I haven't even gone in this. I didn't even know what was in it till I opened it. Is because there's things underneath it that I need to look at that I will sell. So, for example, my scoring pad, which is a Martha Stewart scoring pad, it's that I would sell, because obviously I can recoup some of my costs with that. And there's some photo albums down there that I did as a scrapbooker, and so I want those. But I have to get through the flowers first. I can do this. I can do this. So if you're at a point where you're just like, I don't want to go through this tub, just do it. You just have to do it. Just rip off the Band-Aid and do it. Okay, if you need to give yourself time, you know, going back to some of the stuff from the Fly Lady, if you need to give yourself a time limit to go through it and then give yourself a break because it's so overwhelming, then do it. So I am going to try to get through this. My goal is to see photo albums because that's what's underneath. I want to see photo albums. All right, here I go. All right, so this is what I ended up with. The stuff that's in the box now is stuff that's going to be donated. The stuff that's outside of the box is stuff I'm going to sell on eBay. Not keeping any of it. Just keeping that temporarily until it gets sold, but ultimately not keeping anything. So that's good. So I'll have another empty tub when it's all said and done, which is good. All right, it can be done. If you find these tubs and you just really don't want to go through them, just tell yourself one thing at a time, one thing at a time. And what was funny is I got to the albums and just kept wanting to go. So, actually, I take that back. I did keep something. I kept this album here, which was one that I worked with Kylan on. So, it was a field trip of his to the zoo, and I didn't get to go to the field trip, and I was really upset that I didn't get to go with him. And so instead we did the scrapbook together. So we spent that time doing that since I couldn't go to the field trip. So made it up to him that way, which was nice. It's a good memory. So, all right, I'm going to go put this stuff in the staging area for donations and this stuff with the sale pile. All right. And we'll continue on. All right, I have one side of the closet done. The only thing that is here is a pair of boots and a pair of shoes, both of which I wear, so I'm keeping them. So, and then it's empty all the way to the back, but I can't get to that until I get all this stuff here. So now I'm going to work on this side of the closet and work my way back. Seems to be working, seems to be going pretty quick, actually. Once I got my head out of it, with the whole running into the memory stuff and running into the flower stuff. It was just too hard. But we got through the hurdle, and now we can continue on. All the memory stuff is now out of here. I shouldn't run into any more of it. And it's just stuff from here. So, should be simple. Do I want it? Do I not want it? If I don't want it, do I want to sell it or donate? Pretty simple. So, oh, and here's the donate pile so far. So we got a humidifier, a shower organizer, which I don't even know why we have. We've never used it. Let's see here. A pillow, a pair of slippers, and of course the flowers, and the scoring pad, as well as a cutting mat and a quilting measure thing to, to cut your stuff. One of those things. Yeah, one of those things too. So, and I've got a photo album that was blank that I'm donating, and then a couple of like those scrapbooking kits that are kind of already ready-made kind of thing. You just put the pictures in. There's like 2 of those in there, so I'm adding those to the pile as well, because yeah, that's a donate item. People on eBay's not going to buy that, so they would want like scrapbooks they can add their pages to, at least in my opinion. I could be wrong. Could be throwing money out the window, but I don't think so. I think it's good. So, there you go. Okay, I am done with that side now, completely, which is nice. Look, I got floor in my closet again. I cannot believe it. Okay, so, all I end up with on my side is a pair of boots, a pair of tennis shoes, a big suitcase for whenever I have to go on business trips, and then a little carry-on suitcase in case I ever use that, or if we go on like a small weekend trip like we're actually going to do this weekend. And under here is just some extra shelves. So if we end up needing those either in this house or in the house we move to, we'll have those available. 2 good shelves. One of them's a smaller one, one of them's a good-sized one. So that'll be there. But everything under here is gone. My husband has those. I put those 2 shoes of my husband's down there that we went through. He does have to go through a couple of things, though, here. So there's like a couple of pairs of pants and a shirt. And then there's a pair of boots, a pair of slippers, and a pair of shoes. Because I'm not sure if he wants to keep any of those. Because some of them, like the slippers, they're still good. Like, hardly even worn. So I don't know what he wants to do with this stuff. So I'm going to ask him when he gets home, which he should be home in about 5 more minutes. So that'll be easy to do. And then this is the donate section here, which was nice. I found a hamper and we emptied that out. The hamper's got a crack in it, so I don't want to keep it. And actually the hamper's really wide, which makes it hard to get through the doorways and things like that here at the house. I learned I have to have a smaller one. So it works perfect to donate everything in. I can just have everything in the basket for them. Found another humidifier. Go figure that one. And this thing of bed sheets here is to a bed I had a while ago. And I don't have a size bed for that anymore. My mother-in-law is going to be getting a queen bed when we move to the other house, so she won't need these sheets because I think this is for a full. And nobody owns a full except for my son, and he's not going to have like purple sheets with flowers on them. So they're going to be donated. And that is it. So this is my donate pile now. And this is my sell pile now. So I know a lot of it sell. I know. Got a lot to sell, but that's okay. We'll make money in the end. And there's my sell stuff for the flowers. And then this stuff here goes in other rooms. So like these sheets actually go to our camper. So I need to put them back in the camper. And then there's like a couple of like organizational things that I use in my eBay room. So they need to be in there now that they're emptied. I had them holding other things. So that's it. All right, so that's where we're at now. It took me an hour and a half today to work on these things, almost exactly, except for, this a few times that I stopped because I was a little frustrated and couldn't continue, those kind of things. But other than that, I worked nonstop for the hour and a half. So made really good progress in that hour and a half. And let me show you my floor again because I'm so excited. Okay, so in an hour and a half, remember what this looked like before? I did all of this in an hour and a half. It's pretty awesome. So if you're having a hard time getting started, just think about it this way. An hour and a half, you can go from crazy to clean in an hour and a half. So if you're having or struggling or debating on whether to start decluttering, this should be your motivation right here. So go do it. Go, go, go. Oh, I did need to show you my shelves, though, because I did have to set some things on my shelves. So it does look a little cluttered, but all of this stuff I'm keeping. So it's not clutter, okay? Except for this stuff, because this is the memory stuff. Remember, I haven't gone through those. So that's the memory stuff. This box here is the memory stuff. These are all my organizational things, so they're empty. It's for storing things later once I'm done with everything, because we're only doing decluttering. We will deal with organizing later. This fan I'm keeping because sometimes the AC goes down. If that happens, we need a fan. And also, we'll probably take that camping with us this summer. A pillow, my GoPro camera thing, for doing my videos sometimes. I've got 3 pillows up there and a thing of bed sheets, which these are for a twin bed. So, which we have plenty of twin beds in the house, so that will work. All right. So, you never know. It's coming together, and tomorrow I will donate all of the donations and things, and all will be well. I still have to go through the things I'm donating and mark all the things that are tax deductible. So I still have that to do, but I will do that after dinner because that just seems to work well for me. It's like after dinner, I don't want to do any more decluttering because I'm kind of tired, but I can go through the stuff that needs to be donated. So I will be doing that shortly, and I will give you an update on how much gets added for tax deductions.